Welcome, this is UReason. Watch this video to quickly understand what digital product passports are and why they matter today. We'll also show how product documents can be turned into clear, structured, and compliant digital data. A digital product passport is a digital identity for a physical product that contains standardized, verifiable, and machine-readable information about its entire life cycle. And it matters because new EU regulations now require it for many products to be sold in the European market. To bridge this gap, we have developed a digital product passport generator. Built on the industry-standard Asset Administration Shell framework, our platform takes that fragmented PDF content and transforms it into a compliant digital identity. Let's see how it works in practice. We start here in the Processing Studio.
We start in the Processing Studio, which is the entry point for everything. This is where a user can upload their source documents. It can be a single PDF or a batch of files such as manuals and certificates. Once uploaded, the user can determine whether to process things fast or use more refined tools for nuanced extraction. Standard text pages are processed natively for speed, while pages containing complex contents like schematics or drawings or tables can be routed to use multimodal-based LLMs. You can also group multiple documents under a single asset ID. Now, this is important because real assets are rarely described in just one singular file. Grouping ensures that everything related to a product becomes part of a unified knowledge base under a specific asset ID tag. Now, let's take an example here of a Chrome 4300 asset. There are 4 PDFs here, and if you want to make use of the LLM capability that extracts diagrammatic information, what you'll be able to do is select individual pages that has either tabular information or schematic information that you want to know more about. And if in other cases you want to have it just be text-based, fast processing, you can leave this Use Vision AI untoggled. You're able to select which LLM you'd like, either Gemini or Mistral, and within that, which vision model you'd like. Now, there's some more sort of fine-tuning you can take in terms of what embedding model you would like to use or what chunk sizes you need, but that's really the basic parts. You can click Start Ingestion, and you'll get a live view of at what stage is this particular PDF on. So you can see it's currently processing document 1 of 4. Right now, it's extracting visual content. It'll then move into chunking, embedding, then making certain links, and then creating a graph. Some other things you can do here is either wipe the entire database, or what you can do is wipe and resync all. You could also take a look at some of the statistics. So you have currently we have 2 assets loaded, 10 documents total, etc. And if you want to wipe a specific asset or delete specific PDFs within an asset, you are free to do so.
Creating the digital product passport is just the starting point. The real power comes from interacting with that data. In the Q&A section, we turn your unstructured set of documentation into a structured conversational interface. This allows you to stop searching and start asking. Whether you need maintenance protocols or component details, you can query the system like you're speaking to the asset vendor directly.
Once the data is ingested, we move to the Q&A tab. This is where you interact with your documents. You can ask it technical questions just as you would a colleague. Your questions can be directed to all documents within a specific asset ID, or pick an individual document that you'd like to know more about. Now, this isn't your generic chatbot. Every answer here is generated strictly from your uploaded content. And what matters here is trust. Where possible, responses include citations from the given corpus of PDFs. And when you click a citation, the system opens the area in which the LLM got its information from. So you can instantly verify where the information came from. Now let's take an example of this process. We start with the Chrome 5060 asset. That's what you first select. Then you can do a selection of either all documents in this asset, pick whichever AI engine you'd like, and how much scope you'd want in terms of the sources found. Then you can go into the Quick Assist if you'd like some quick hitter questions. And if you click this, you get this sort of input-output. It sends a question to the LLM, and then the LLM gives you an output response of whatever context it found. And if you'd like to know where it came from, you click one of the sources and you can see whether or not the provided output is correct. Does it make sense? The other thing it will do is give you suggested next steps. So it gives you 3 potential questions you can ask as follow-ups. Now, the other thing is if you have a specific PDF you'd like to know more about, and you use the Vision AI during ingestion, you can use this visual focus area. Now you can select one of these images. In this instance, I've selected the without display and adjustment module. And if I click next in this question, I've preloaded this for speed's sake. What it'll do is you click the image on the evidence viewer, you click explain content, and then it'll run the set prompt, and it'll give you an explanation of the diagram and the components and its relationships. And you can see the output in the middle tab below. Same source viewer is there, and same suggested next steps are present. The other thing is you can change sort of the view, so you can have just the chat view / evidence view. You can just have the chat view, or you can just have the evidence view if you'd like to have a clearer look at the PDFs.
Maintenance engineers can quickly identify complex issues by using a unified knowledge base that provides specific schematics and procedures. With suggested next steps, they can verify resolutions without the hassle of manual searching. The system's visual focus area allows users to select equipment diagrams for instant, detailed explanations of components and their relationships, ensuring accurate fixes on site. Additionally, these capabilities can be integrated into existing systems through REST API, making important technical data and verified answers easily accessible on handheld devices and asset management systems.
The next thing you can do with this tool is to create asset administration shell files for a particular asset. Now in this case, we're working with an Enders+Auser piece of equipment. From here, you select that. You then go to the AI model, pick whether you want Gemini or Mistral and which particular model within that. And then you pick whichever you want for your submodels. In this case, I've just chosen the digital nameplate. You click Start Extraction, and for brevity's sake, I've already ran the extraction so we can load from cache. If, however, you've ran it once but you have new documentation for it or updated set of documents, you are welcome to rerun it with that additional PDF suggestion. So if we load from cache, what you'll see here is 3 different panels. From left to right, you have the actual tree-based view of the submodel, so you'll get a view of the different ID shorts that's within it. Next to that, you have the history tab, which takes into account all the sort of session history of changes that you've made. You can either clear that log or reset it entirely, but keep in mind if you reset all, you'd have to do an entirely new extraction. If we go back to the tree view, you can also search for a particular ID short, so let's say expiry date. Or if you want to just look at all the things the LLM didn't extract for, you can click this filter button, and then it'll collapse everything into anything the LLM failed to extract. Or maybe there was no information to extract from. If we click address information, what you'll see here in the property editor is the extracted value is what the LLM got out. The edit value is where the user can make their edits, and you can make edits in several ways. Typical typing, of course. If in case you've made an edit and you want to go back, you can just click revert to original and it restores the original. What you can also do is extract with OCR. So let's say if we get rid of this, we click save, go here, add region, then we highlight that particular region, we click extract, and we see the extracted content, we click save, and you see that being updated as so. The other way you can do this is also just to use text fill. So you can go into the PDF and click text fill. The other way is also similar to the extract OCR, except in this case, you'll be sending an LLM call. So you click add region, you highlight the area that you want information from, and this is the set prop that comes with it, but you're welcome to change it as needed for various ID shorts. You click extract. The API call is sent to the LLM, in this case, Gemini 2.5 Flash. And once it's done processing, you can see here it's extracted the relevant content. Then we can get rid of whatever is not needed. Click save, and we're all done. From here, what you can do is also view the evidence. So let's say address information wasn't there for whatever reason, but you want to do a search in the documentation. You can just type in address, hit enter, and then you'll see that the word address appears in two different documentations, the one we're currently in and another set of documentation. You click enter, and then you can sort of cycle through all the different occurrences of address. You can also go back to the original and then make sure, okay, this is where my address information is, and you can fill out that accordingly. You also have this source evidence. So let's say we're in some different page, but you want to click the source. It'll take you to wherever the LLM got its information from. From here, what you can also do is generate your ASSx administration shell file, the XML file, or you can go back to the editor, or you can go to the new extraction as well, and then start from scratch.
In this video, we demonstrated how fragmented product documents can be converted into structured, verifiable data to meet the growing regulatory demands of digital product passports in the EU. If you're ready to simplify compliance and turn static files into intelligent digital assets, start building your digital product passports with us today.